to 70. Your brain will thrive if you do these 7 activities weekly. You know, I was talking to my neighbor Margaret the other day. Sweetest woman, sharp as a tack at 78. And she said something that stuck with me. She laughed and said, "Some days I walk into a room and forget why I'm there, but then I remember I've earned the right to keep myself guessing." We both chuckled, but later, I got to thinking, what if those little moments of forgetfulness don't have to be our new normal? What if, instead of just laughing it off, we could actually thrive, keep our brains buzzing, curious, and alive, no matter what the calendar says? That's what we're diving into today. Because here's the truth. Your brain after 70 isn't some dusty old book on a shelf. It's more like a garden. And just like a garden, it needs regular tending, watering, sunlight, maybe a little pruning, to stay vibrant. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. But let's skip the fancy words. Let's call it what it is. Your brain's incredible ability to grow, adapt, and surprise you, even as the years add up. So, in this video, we're going to walk through 7 simple, joyful activities you can weave into your week. No expensive gadgets or complicated routines required. And today, we'll start with the first 3. Think of them as your Monday through Wednesday brain boosters. Ready? Let's dig in. Activity number 1. Learn something new. Yes, even if it feels awkward at first. Remember when you were a kid and everything felt new? Riding a bike, tying your shoes, figuring out how to whistle? That sense of, I can't do this, until suddenly you can? That's the magic we're tapping into here. Learning something new, whether it's a language, a craft, or even how to use that smartphone your grandkids keep nagging you about, creates fresh pathways in your brain. It's like giving your mind a brisk walk in a new neighborhood. Now I know what you're thinking. But what if I'm terrible at it? Oh, you will be at first. And that's the point. Margaret decided to learn Spanish last year. She butchered verb conjugations for weeks, but now she's exchanging jokes with her grandson's fiancée from Mexico. The messiness is where the growth happens. So, pick something that feels playful, not punishing. Maybe it's watercolor painting, bird watching, or finally understanding how to stream your favorite old movies. Start small, 10 minutes a day, and let yourself be a beginner again. Activity number 2. Move your body, your brain's secret workout partner. Here's a little secret. When you move your body, you're not just helping your heart or joints. You're giving your brain a direct shot of fertilizer. Physical activity pumps oxygen-rich blood to your noggin, and studies show it can actually grow the part of your brain responsible for memory. But let's be real. Nobody's asking you to train for a marathon. This isn't about no pain, no gain. It's about joyful movement. Take my friend Carl, who's 82 and swaps his walker for a dance walker twice a week. He plays big band music in his living room and shimmies while he walks laps around the couch. Glenn Miller keeps me young, he says. Or there's yoga in the park, tai chi by the lake, or even chair exercises if standing's a challenge. The key? Find something that makes you smile, not sigh. Even folding laundry to a favorite song counts. Aim for 20 minutes a day, but break it into bite-sized chunks if needed. Your brain won't judge, it'll just thank you. Activity number 3. Connect with others. And no, texting doesn't count. Now, this one's tricky, because life after 70 can sometimes feel quieter. Kids are busy, friends move away, and let's face it, making new pals isn't as easy as it was on the playground. But here's the thing. Socializing isn't just about staving off loneliness, though it does that beautifully. It's a full-brain workout. Decoding someone's tone, remembering their stories, sharing a laugh. It all lights up your neurons like a Christmas tree. But let's redefine socializing. It doesn't have to mean hosting dinner parties or joining a crowded club. Maybe it's a weekly phone call with a faraway friend where you debate the best James Bond, Connery, obviously. Or a grocery store chat with the clerk who always asks about your garden. Even adopting a pet, a chatty parrot or a cuddly lap cat counts. The goal? Meaningful connection, not small talk. Oh, and if you're rolling your eyes thinking, I'm not a people person, that's okay. Try volunteering somewhere low-key, like a library or community garden. You'll get the brain benefits of social interaction plus the warm fuzzies of giving back. Now, I want you to try one of these this week. Just one. Maybe today, you'll YouTube easy salsa steps and wiggle your hips while the coffee brews. Or call up an old friend and ask, "Remember that time we?" And here's the best part. These aren't chores to check off a list. They're invitations to play, to explore, to remind yourself that growing older doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting wiser about how you spend your time. We'll dive into the next 4 activities soon. But for now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried something new lately? Or rediscovered an old hobby? Let's swap stories in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button. It helps others find our little brain-boosting community here. Until next time, keep that brilliant mind of yours curious. After all, the world's still full of wonders, and you're just a person to explore them. You know, I've always loved those quiet afternoons where the house feels still, the sun's coming through the window, and you've got a cup of tea in hand. Maybe you're thinking, this is nice, but am I just sitting here letting my brain turn to mush? Let me put your mind at ease. What if I told you that some of the most powerful brain-boosting activities are the ones that feel like pure pleasure? No hustle, no deadlines, just you, your favorite chair, and a little spark of curiosity. Let's get into the next 2 habits. And trust me, these are the ones you'll want to savor. Activity number 4, dabble in creativity, even if you're not the artistic type. A few months back, my cousin Edna, 76 years young, decided to try watercolor painting. She'd never picked up a brush in her life, but she saw a tutorial online and thought, why not? Fast forward to today. Her kitchen walls are covered in landscapes she's painted, and she jokes that her grandkids now call her Grandma Picasso. But here's what's fascinating. She swears her memory's sharper, and she sleeps better too. Turns out, creativity isn't just about making pretty things. It's about firing up parts of your brain that've been snoozing. When you paint, knit, write a poem, or even rearrange your flower garden, you're not just doing something. You're imagining it first. That mental dance between what if and let's try is like a CrossFit workout for your neurons. And no, you don't need to be good at it. My friend Bert took up harmonica last year, and he sounds like a goose with a kazoo, but he's having a blast, and his doctor says his focus has improved. So, dust off that old recipe book and tweak a family favorite. Grab a $5 sketch pad and doodle the view from your porch. Or try upcycling something. Turn an old sweater into a pillow cover, or repaint a thrift store vase. The goal isn't perfection. It's play. And when you play, your brain stays young. Activity number 5. Puzzle it out, but make it fun, not frustrating. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, here come the Sudoku lectures. But hold on. This isn't about grinding through crossword clues until your pencil snaps. It's about finding little moments of aha that make your brain sit up and say, hey, I've still got it. Take my neighbor, Lou. He's 81 and obsessed with jigsaw puzzles. But here's his twist. He does them upside down. No, really. He flips the pieces over so there's no picture to guide him, just shapes and colors. It's like detective work for my brain, he says. And guess what? His kids say he's sharper at trivia night than he was a decade ago. The key is to pick puzzles that feel like a game, not a chore. Maybe it's a daily word search with your morning coffee, or a brain training app that feels more like a slot machine. I'm looking at you, Candy Crush. Even strategic card games, bridge, poker, or good old-fashioned gin rummy count. The moment it starts feeling like homework, switch it up. Your brain thrives on challenge, not stress. Oh, and if you're feeling adventurous, try something tactile. My friend Rita bought a Rubik's Cube at a yard sale and solved it while binge-watching her favorite westerns. Took me 3 weeks, she said. But now I'm the Einstein of the retirement community. Now, I want you to notice something. These activities aren't about fixing your brain. They're about enjoying it, letting it stretch and wander and surprise you. Edna didn't start painting to ward off dementia. She did it because it made her happy. And that's where the magic happens. So this week, why not carve out a little time for whimsy? Dig out that old photo album and write captions that make your grandkids laugh. Or challenge yourself to a puzzle that's just tricky enough to feel satisfying. And hey, if you're feeling brave, share your creations in the comments. I'd love to see that lopsided pottery mug or hear about the crossword clue that stumped you for days. We've got 2 more activities coming up, simple, soul-nourishing things you're probably already doing without realizing how powerful they are. But until then, keep that brilliant mind of yours curious. After all, life's too short to take seriously, especially after 70. You know there's a saying I love. Growing old is mandatory, but growing dull is optional. And isn't that the truth? Here's the thing. After 70, life isn't about clinging to what was. It's about reveling in what is. Those little moments of wonder, connection, and yes, even the occasional frustration when the Wi-Fi acts up. Because guess what? Every time you figure out how to reboot the router, you're giving your brain a high five. Let's wrap up our 7 brain-boosting activities with the final 2. These might just become your new favorites. Activity number 6. Embrace quiet reflection, your brain's reset button. Now, I'm not talking about sitting cross-legged and chanting OM, unless that's your thing. This is about giving your brain a chance to process instead of perform. Think of it like defragging a computer, tidying up the mental clutter so everything runs smoother. My friend Helen, 79, calls this her porch time. Every morning, she sits with her coffee, watches the birds, and lets her thoughts wander. No to-do lists, no news alerts, just quiet. And she swears it's why she remembers grandkids' birthdays better than her own kids do. Science backs this up, too. Moments of calm, whether it's journaling, gardening, or even knitting, lower stress hormones that can fog your brain. Try this. Set a timer for 10 minutes a day. Sit somewhere cozy, close your eyes, and just breathe. If your mind races, and it will, picture your thoughts as leaves floating down a stream. Let them drift by without grabbing onto them. You're not trying to empty your mind, just giving it a little breathing room. Or take a cue from Sam, an 84-year-old retired teacher who started writing 1-sentence gratitude notes before bed. Today, I'm thankful for the way the light hit my hydrangeas, or grateful my knees let me walk to the mailbox. He says it's like charging his brain's batteries for the next day. Activity number 7. Share your wisdom. Your brain loves a captive audience. Here's a secret. Teaching someone else, whether it's a skill, a story, or a lesson from your own life, is like giving your brain a double shot of espresso. Explaining how to knead dough, fix a leaky faucet, or balance a checkbook forces your brain to organize knowledge, recall details, and stay nimble. Plus, there's nothing like the spark in someone's eyes when they get it because of you. Take my Aunt May. At 88, she started a YouTube channel to teach vintage sewing techniques. I figured if I'm going to yell at the TV anyway, I might as well yell into a camera, she joked. Now, she's got thousands of followers, and her grandkids help her edit videos. I forget where I put my keys, she says, but I can still explain a French scene in my sleep. You don't need a camera crew, though. Teach a grandchild how to fish. Write down family recipes and stories in a notebook. Mentor a neighbor's teen changing their first tire. Or even share advice in online forums. Your decades of experience are gold to someone starting out. Every time you articulate how or why, you're reinforcing your own knowledge and keeping your brain razor sharp. So there you have it. 7 activities to keep your brain thriving, not just surviving. Learn something awkward. Move with joy. Connect deeply. Create fearlessly. Puzzle playfully. Reflect quietly. Teach generously. But here's the real magic. You're probably already doing some of these without even trying. That afternoon you spent replanting geraniums? That's creativity and reflection. The phone call where you explain to your niece how to negotiate a used car price. That's teaching and connecting. Every day is full of tiny, brain-nourishing moments. You just get to lean into them now with intention. So, I'll leave you with this. Don't stress about doing all 7 perfectly. Pick one that makes you smile this week. Dance while you fold laundry. Tell a cashier that joke you've been saving. Start a puzzle and abandon it halfway if it's boring. Your brain doesn't care about checklists. It cares about curiosity. Before I go, I'd love to hear, which of these activities are you already loving? Or which one will you try first? Let's chat in the comments. And if this resonated with you, hit that like button. It helps spread these tips to others who might need a little brain boost today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, age is just a number, but your potential? That's infinite. Here's to thriving, not just surviving, and to all the adventures your brilliant brain has yet to discover. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you a small favor. If today's tip sparked even a tiny moment for you, hit that like button below. Every like helps this video reach more people who might need these ideas, maybe even an old friend or a neighbor who's been feeling stuck. And if you've tried any of these activities or have your own brain-boosting secrets, drop a comment. I read every single one, and your stories inspire our whole community. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss our next chat. After 70, every day is a new adventure, and I'd love to keep exploring them with you. Together, let's prove that age is just a number, but living well? That's timeless. Thank you for being here today. Remember, you're not just nurturing your own mind, you're lighting the way for others, too. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and keep thriving.